Oh, we are back. CHGO Wrestling is back. My dulcet tones are back in your ear, and this handsome gentleman's face is back on your eyes. What up? Big Dave, CHGO Bulls, special advocate right there. He is Greg Boysen on the ones and twos. DJ Sean Anderson. This is what we call CHGO Wrestling. Make sure you're liking and subscribing and following on YouTube so we can continue to do this show right here. It's been a minute, Big G.
It has.
Good to see you.
Yeah, absolutely. These are always the best hours of my week.
Oh, man.
Talking wrestling with you guys. We got to do something about your week, man. Yeah, well, you know.
But I'm honored to be a part of that. I really am.
Yes, we definitely need to do these more often. That's for sure.
That is very true, man. That is true. Thank y'all for enjoying what we do and all the kind words you all say in the Discord and on social media about the show. We will definitely be doing more of these when we can. And when we can, we will get them out straight and directly to you. So, sir, a few things we want to get into today. First of all, the vision is over. As far as Seth Rollins is concerned, the turn has occurred. The turn has happened. Best moments of the Vision's togetherness, sir, because it began this year and ended this year.
Yeah, this is not a very long run.
Yeah,
it started off with a lot of potential, and then kind of felt forced and rushed, but. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Favorite moment? Maybe. I mean, literally, probably like the beginning of it. Like,
of it coming together.
The Paul Heyman swerve at WrestleMania was awesome.
We were there.
Yes, we were.
We were there. We saw this.
The Bron Breakker joining the next night was cool.
That was cool.
But just again, it just feels like so much of this current WWE's booking is focused on those viral moments.
Okay.
Than big picture storytelling, where like we remember those moments. Mm-hmm. Paul Heyman giving CM Punk the low blow. Yeah. The spear with Bron Breakker. We remember the moments, but overall, what do we take away from it outside of those moments?
Okay. Oh, and just to catch people up on it, the turn that happened on Monday Night Raw after Seth Rollins finally defeated Cody Rhodes in Perth, Australia, to win the big old gold belt that is given to the Crown Jewel champion and the ring. He came out the next night full of himself, as he should be, talking crap, saying he didn't need them, but was kind of respectful, but also saying I'm the man at the same time. At the end of the show, triple threat match happens between CM Punk, Jey Uso, LA Knight. CM Punk pins Jey Uso, wins. They come out. Vision takes out everybody. Then Bron Breakker, he spears Seth Rollins, turns to Bronson Reed, says basically get down or lay down. And he said, I'm going to get down. And he splashes Seth Rollins, told Paul Heyman the same thing. And now we got a new version of the Vision. What I wanted to say to you about the long-term storytelling, because I know I agree with you. And I know they've made some changes on their staff, to try to get better storylines.
Right.
The one thing that I do like that I'm noticing that they're doing is the storyline between Paul Heyman and Bron Breakker. Because for me, I've never seen, and you can tell me if you have, I've never seen Paul Heyman be the advocate for a guy at the beginning stages, basically still having to teach him how to take certain steps to get to that. Now, I'm thinking of a guy like, the next big thing, Brock Lesnar. We all knew it. You know what I mean? The second we saw him, he didn't really need, nothing on him. We all saw it with Roman Reigns. Just needed a couple tweaks. You know what I mean? Had to get rid of the big dog and just, turn him into the tribal chief. It was, and he went on about his business. But the way it feels like they're treating this is like, basically, Bron is like the young pup, like the high school bully. You know what I mean? Thinking he's tough, when everybody is out of high school, and he's trying to teach him and show him how to get to that level. That's why I took out of it watching Raw Monday when it happened.
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of right. You could even say the same with CM Punk when Heyman went to CM Punk. Like, Heyman has kind of always been the last piece of the puzzle for these guys to put them over the top.
Beautifully said, yes.
And not where, Bron Breakker has kind of just opened up the the box and he's still sorting the edges from the middle pieces. Like he's not one piece away from completing. He's just in the beginning stages.
Yes, sir.
That's one thing that like never really made sense. As much as I enjoyed how this began, it never made sense with Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins doesn't need Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins is already one of the top guys. He's already he's already put together a Hall of Fame resume.
True.
And he doesn't need a mouthpiece.
Yeah.
Because he can talk his smack just as well as anybody else.
That's in the game.
It gets him in trouble, as we saw here.
Yes, correct.
So that never really made a ton of sense to begin with, other than the fact of screwing over CM Punk. And now they've done that repeatedly, almost to the point where it's like, yeah, we get it. To where that didn't make a lot of sense. Now, if they're going to use this to kind of push Bronson Reed and Breakker and give them kind of the next step in their careers, and I'm all for it, because at some point the WWE needs to start building new stars.
Great point.
Because you look at their current roster, those who aren't hurt right now, Cena's on his way out. Roman Reigns is essentially a part-time guy.
Pretty much.
An attraction. It works. It's fine.
It definitely works.
Seth Rollins is not a spring chicken anymore. AJ Styles is getting up there.
Yeah, he's on his way. Yeah.
You don't have any young studs that you can breed for the long term.
Okay.
You don't have that right now on the roster. So if this is a chance to get these two guys kind of going, then yeah, it makes all the sense in the world to get this going, especially if Seth is legitimately injured,
which we question.
But you don't know because this is what you get when you screw with people and you fake a serious injury. Then when it really happens, people don't buy it. Yeah, true. And it's also a little bit of karma. If he is legit injured, maybe you don't go around pretending you're injured because, let's face it, Seth Rollins likes to get injured. It happens a lot. So
he's hurt.
I think it could be very interesting with Heyman, with the two young guys, and seeing what they could do. My thing is just let that trio cook. Yeah. You don't need anybody else. No. Let Heyman do his thing. Let Heyman get in the ring and talk for them. Yeah. And then let those guys just beat the crap out of everybody when the bell rings. Yeah. That's to me, that seems like a better fit, like the Brock Lesnar kind of fit before, where Heyman does all the talking and then they just stand there and look mean, and then Heyman steps out of the way and they kick ass.
And I feel like it's interesting because he feels more so like the lead right now. You know what I mean?
As
more
he
so
should
than
be.
Anything. So instead of rocking with a guy like, even though he's the mouthpiece, you know what I'm saying, for a guy like Brock is still, walking out. Yeah. And he's behind him. Now it feels like, no, I think Heyman should be leading these guys out because they haven't been, truly battle tested.
He gives them instant credibility with the fan base. Yeah, because if they're Paul Heyman guys, well, we just named the last three, four, Seth and Punk and Roman and Brock. It's pretty elite company to be with.
For real.
Especially for two guys that have not accomplished anywhere near what those guys have.
Exactly right. So that's going to be interesting to watch. And yeah, shout out to Dom Mysterio because I think he's part of that future. But I agree 100% with you. It's one name. I just named you.
Right.
It should be several.
And it took you 10 minutes to think.
I had it. I was waiting for you to finish talking. I was just waiting for you to finish.
But they need that. I mean, they like you can't keep rolling the same guys over and over and over again because A, gets stale, B, they're getting up there in age, and C, with the way things are going, once you become a big WWE star, all of a sudden you're getting all these movie offers and TV show offers, and now all of a sudden you're a part-timer. Yeah. They made all the big deal of Cody Rhodes back in the mix, and he's gone right away to go film a movie, and Roman Reigns is going to film a movie. Yeah. And it happened with Cena, and it happened to The Rock. Yeah. You've got to be proactive. You can't wait till you go, we don't have a top guy to find a top guy. Right. You have to have that top guy waiting in the wings and ready to take that. Because if they're not ready, that's even worse.
Yeah. It's a great point, man. It's a great point. We will be watching, following along and seeing how it goes. Also, congratulations, Jey Uso, who will be at the next Saturday night main event fighting CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. I don't know how LA Knight isn't in this. Like, I really in my head thought LA Knight was going to be the next one to get this, but they're still going.
Seems like something we've been saying for 2 years now.
Yes, it has, man. He deserves it, and I hope he goes, kind of rogue within the storyline. I'm saying I hope he goes kind of rogue with some things, but it feels like they're going with the Jey Uso turning into Roman Reigns or trying to turn into Roman Reigns kind of plot line. And Sean is not pleased by it.
I mean,
he's adorable when he sleeps.
I don't know. I feel like we've seen a lot of this before. Mm-hmm. And but if you don't have, that next guy ready to take it, you're going to get the same thing over and over. That's why I think LA Knight would have been a better pick here, because I think the fan base is ready for it. Just like they were ready for...
He's deserving of it.
Just like they were ready for Jey Uso to do it. And he got his WrestleMania moment. Correct. And then, the steam kind of dissipated pretty quick on that. But...
well, also, too, like this Saturday night's main event, I think if you're giving them Punk and Dominic Mysterio, I think that would be like a true headliner. I don't know. I don't see Uso as a headliner, where Dominic, it feels like they're wary to push him because he's not roided out to the gills, just like his father, and he's not 5'1" like his dad, but he's still not like a presence physically, but he's the everything you want in a wrestler.
Yeah,
he'll be overlooked like CM Punk was. He'll be overlooked like Bret Hart was. Like he just doesn't have the look, and that will hurt him in WWE, but he's probably the best wrestler they got.
Yeah, I don't think they would have put 2 belts on him if they didn't feel anything about him. But I agree, everything what you're just saying right there.
Yeah, no, that
makes all the sense in the world.
Those are all valid points, but I also think with Saturday night's main event, you also have to remember who those shows are for.
Okay.
Those shows are for the casual, I'm going to turn on NBC on a Saturday night and watch.
Yes.
Those shows are not meant for the weekly hardcore WWE fans.
Good point.
Those shows are more of like, hey, this is what we're doing here at WWE. Make sure you watch us every week.
Yeah.
Those are to kind of get new fans involved.
Right.
So Jey Uso is a name that I think more casual fans know than Dominic Mysterio. Mm-hmm. They've seen him on the commercials and they know what they've seen Pat McAfee yeet. So like, it's a little more for the casual fan. Yeah. So I think with the Saturday night's main event, like I think when they finally, hopefully, give Dom his push to the moon, it will be on a big event that people got to pay to see.
It's true. No, you're right.
You don't want to give away. You don't want to give away your best moments for free.
No.
Definitely not the TKO WWE.
No, they're not.
You got to pay.
They're not doing that. I do also like looking at sports because that also tells me who's the hottest one right now. When I say something like football, basketball, who's doing something right now. So I'm watching that to see who's going to do this, night when they're in the end zone. Or who's going to yeet first or whatever. You know what I mean? But I'm looking forward to that. So don't let me down. AEW had their PLE over the weekend. Sorry, I could not make that, sir. He always invites me. When I can be able to come, I show up. But WrestleDream, it went down. I'm following you on this, man, on the WrestleDream, because I was not able to check it out. But before I run down the matches to you, overall opinion of WrestleDream.
It was an AEW pay-per-view, so you knew you were going to get a lot of action. You knew it was going to be a long night. It's 4.5 hours.
Strapping.
But
Johnson, yeah.
But I know they get it. They take a beating for the length of these things, but you're popping down $40. You're getting your money's worth. And B, like when you sit and watch it, it doesn't feel like it's that long. If you're into it, because if
you're into it,
because the matches just keep coming. They don't have those 15-20 minute lulls of commercials and backstage segments and recap packages. It's one match ends, next one starts. So could they shorten them a little bit? Absolutely, they can. But on paper, this one heading into it wasn't as strong as some of the past ones. You didn't have Swerve, you didn't have Will Ospreay. They're out recovering from injuries, and MJF wasn't a part of it, and no Adam Copeland or Christian. So you lost a bit of star power. But once it started and they got into these matches, there were some really good matches on this card, and overall it was another above average to very good pay-per-view event.
Okay, and this is my analogy for the long matches. It's kind of like that time in the 90s during hip hop, kind of when No Limit first hit, and they were flooding the market with all their product. But songs and CDs had like 20 songs on them, like 20 to 25 songs, skits, all that. It was just a ton of material because you just wanted more people to have it. And then at a point in time, people were like, okay, man, like I need about 13 good songs and then we can go on. But it was kicking at that point in time. You know what I'm saying? That it was going on.
But there's not a lot of filler. Like, it's one thing if it's a 4.5 hour pay-per-view and there's only 2 matches you like.
Yeah.
But if they give you 11 matches and 8 or 9 of them are really good.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what people complain about. I mean, it's pro wrestling on a pro wrestling show. It's a novel idea. I hope it works out for them.
I hope it works out for them too. This scrappy young company.
I mean, I'd rather have 4.5 hours where it's 4 hours of wrestling than 3 hours and it's 58 minutes of wrestling.
It's 2 minutes of moments.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the only thing that I'm surprised with is that Allen and Moxley didn't go more. It wasn't the longest card on the match or match on the card, and that was the most surprising
I think
thing.
they were actually constrained. They'd gone so long that they were just like, we have to. And I didn't mind that was a little shorter because those I Quit extreme matches, those aren't my cup of tea. I'm more of a traditionalist guy. When you start busting out, weapons and all kinds of craziness, that I don't need a half hour of that.
Well, then apparently too, there was a sporting commission that overlooked this, which is
St. Louis
stupid.
Still thinks that. All right, kids, cover your ears. Still thinks that pro wrestling is real, and they have rules of blood and stuff. So, I mean, if you have that as a hurdle, either don't book a John Moxley, Darby Allin, I Quit match, or don't have that show in St. Louis.
Well, then let's get into that match then, sir. Darby Allin defeated John Moxley in an I Quit match. How was that match for you, my friend?
It was fine. I said, not the biggest fan of those kind of matches. It got to the silly point where they were trying to drown Darby Allin in a fish tank.
Say what?
Yeah, they brought out
actually, that's my kind of thing.
They brought out an aquarium.
What?
Into the ring, filled it with water, and they were like holding his head under it for like 10 seconds at a time to try and get him to say I quit.
Gotta like that.
And then the lights went out.
Then
and Sting showed up.
That's right.
And in his white hair and beard, all his glory,
like a wolf,
and beat the crap out of everybody.
Yeah.
I will always pop for Sting.
Oh yeah.
I went crazy.
Oh yeah.
I ate it up.
Yeah.
It was the highlight of the night. I will always pop for Sting.
Yeah.
I think I was the same way with Undertaker until like the Saudi Arabia stuff where, now it's just like he can't even get a chokeslam off the ground.
Right.
So I'm with you, but also they can't overdo it.
No.
Yeah.
You bring him in twice a year
Yep.
to show up, hit people with his baseball bat and leave. That's perfect.
Yep.
I don't need to see him do any matches anymore.
I agree. No, I'm still pro Sting.
Yeah. So that was
and then get on
so that was good. Darby ended up winning the match, getting Moxley to say I quit in a sharpshooter. It was a little lame ending.
Okay.
But last night on Dynamite, they kind of taking it into a good direction where Moxley's like doubting himself. They had a little promo with him talking to himself in the mirror.
He's excellent at that.
And he was in a match with Kyle O'Reilly, who put him in a submission hold. But instead of tapping, he grabbed the ref and punched the ref for a disqualification.
Oh, okay.
So he wouldn't quit.
Okay.
So they're kind of getting that now. Moxley's doubting himself. He's got no confidence now that he said I quit. I kind of like that. It's a little twist on it where you humanize him all of a sudden, and that's good.
Yes. That's also how you can turn him also.
And shout out to Renee Paquette, who had one of the best moments of the night. In the pre-show, they were talking about that match. It was Jeff Jarrett and God, I can never remember his name. The guy that does the HeyEW podcast. Is it RJ something? God, I can't think of it. Anyway, they were talking about this match, and RJ-City, that's the guy.
RJ-City.
Yeah.
Shout out.
So they're talking about this match, and all of a sudden, like Renee, kind of like you could tell she's getting frustrated, and they're like, "Well, what do you think?" And she's like, "I'm sorry, I can't stand up here and talk to you guys with smiles on my faces about the father of my child going out there tonight and maybe not coming home tonight and all this stuff." It was really good. I was kind of hoping they would somehow play that into the match, where maybe she came out and threw the towel in or something, but that didn't go that way. But
there's still time and opportunity.
Shout out to her for having that, again, humanizing the story, which every once in a while you need.
Yeah, and that's always good. That relationships are good for that in wrestling, because that's always in your back pocket.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, everybody knows they're married.
And, you know, everybody knows what's going on. You'll see it probably later with a Montez Ford and Bianca or something like that, but it's always in the back pocket, and she's awesome, and she's been awesome for a very, very long time. The next match, Hangman Adam Page retained the AEW World Championship. He defeated Samoa Joe. He pinned him. I didn't know Samoa Joe was at this level again of AEW Championship, man, because the last match I saw him in was, I believe, the Trios Championship.
Yeah, they still have the Trios with the Ops, with Powerhouse Hobbs and Shibata. But, you know, this felt, you know, kind of, you know, well, we don't have another top guy right now, so let's put Samoa Joe in there. And it was a good match. But, you know, Hangman wins. They have the moment at the end where, you know, a show of respect, and then Samoa Joe turns on him, and the Ops come out and they beat him up. And so now he's kind of like, you know, this isn't over. So at least we're going to get a second match with it. And you know, if you put the belt back on Samoa Joe, I don't have a problem with that. And I like this because Samoa Joe is far better as a heel than anything else. He had a great promo last night, giving a little shout out to Charles Barkley and the women of San Antonio. It's good stuff. It was good stuff.
I just feel like Joe should have won it. Like Joe should have won in a dirty way, and maybe he should be holding the belt right now to add a little bit more tenacity and
maybe that's
toughness.
what they do with the rematch, because it seems that Hangman Page, kind of like Cody Rhodes, is best when he's chasing something, and once he's accomplished and caught what he's been chasing, it kind of loses a little bit of luster. So it was so good for a while when it was him and Swerve, one of the best feuds in the last 20 years, and then with him and Moxley for the AEW title. But now he's got the belt, and it's kind of like, now what? So maybe they do something where, you know, they screw him out of the title, so now he's got to chase it again. Okay,
that could go down. Let's get to Mercedes Moné, continuing her reign as the AEW TBS champion. She defeated Mina Shirakawa for that championship. Talk to me about this, man. This was a winner-take-all match because Mina is obviously from Ring of Honor.
Yeah. You knew this was going to be just another way to get another belt on Mercedes Moné. This is kind of her gimmick. She's doing.
Now, is it 10 now?
I think it's up to 12.
12? Oh,
I think it's up to 12. At least 11.
Shout out. Well, the guy's still out there carrying the belt?
She's got some flunkies with her now.
It's so dope.
Yeah.
It's so dope, man. I
like how they call her now Ultimo Moné, as a shout out to Ultimo Dragon, who had the 10 belts at one point.
Well done.
So, you know, it kind of tied in with the women's world title match between Chris Statlander and Toni Storm.
Okay.
Chris Statlander won that.
Good match?
Yeah. I mean, those two are great.
I was about to say, both of them pretty good.
They put on a good match, but at the end of it, Moné came out and interrupted Statlander and was like, hey, that's one belt I don't have yet.
Okay.
When Mercedes won, Statlander returned the favor and came out at the end of her match. So that there looks like there's a collision between those two.
Good.
And then Toni Storm and Mira kind of had this moment backstage where they're both kind of sad, but we have each other. And they're a tag team in the new AEW women's tag team tournament.
Okay.
For their first titles. So I would say watch for those two to win that tournament, because, I mean, Toni Storm is one of the biggest names in women wrestling. If you want to legitimize a new title, you put it on a big star.
Makes sense to me.
So keep your eye out for that over the next few weeks.
Makes sense to me. Brodito retained the AEW World Tag Team Championships, taking out the Don Callis family. Is tag team wrestling a thing in AEW. Sir.
For sure, and it's been since day one. I mean,
setup.
Yes,
because I do the.
I mean, when part of your founders are the Young Bucks, of course, tag team wrestling is going to be featured.
Exactly where I was going.
Which is it should be anyway, because like AEW is trying to be an alternative to WWE. If WWE ignores tag team wrestling outside of SmackDown, we're gonna double down on tag team. Everybody's gonna be in a tag team. This was a really good match. I really like Bandito and Brody King have really kind of gelled together. I like that they kept the belts on. Okada, Takeshita, they've been teasing a rift between the two of them for so long. We need that match. That match will be a drop what you're doing. Watch this match. Okay. We need it. It's coming soon. Stop teasing us. Make it happen already. Last night on Dynamite, we had Okada versus Bandito one-on-one. Go back and watch that match. It's really, really good. And again, they teased us at the end with the Okada, rift. Yeah. And we, again, give us that match, please.
Final match I want to ask you about, sir. The Hurt Syndicate, because they beat the Demand, and they are now the #1 contenders for the Trios Championships. Talk to me about that match. And just that faction of the Hurt Syndicate, with MVP in it. Do you see that as a trio that should be that #1 contender for these trio titles?
I mean, I'm kind of... These guys, these two teams just had like 2 matches on Dynamite previously. So it was kind of like, oh, here we go again.
It was a baby match I saw when Ricochet and...
Yeah, and they just had one on Dynamite too. So... it seems like Ricochet, I really like, his group there with the Gates of Agony, but they're kind of like jobbers right now, which is a bit disappointing. Okay. And, I don't know, the Hurt Syndicate won. I like that MVP is kind of wrestling again, but again, it feels a little stale with the Hurt Syndicate. It's kind of like been there, done that. What can you do next? They already had their trios match last night. Didn't win. Spoiler alert. So I don't know where they're gonna go with that. It's kind of one of those where like, well, yeah, they're big names. We know these guys.
They hurt people. Yes.
But yeah, where are we going with this? I would kind of like to see, those maybe cool off on that and give Lashley and Benjamin singles runs.
Agreed.
Because I still think they have great. I think Bobby Lashley could have at least one more world title run in him.
Yes, completely agree.
And Shelton Benjamin can, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Yeah, he could still go. Yeah, put him in there. With an Okada or Hangman Page, he'd give you great stuff. So I kind of want to see them go away from the faction and give those two guys one more singles push because they can do it.
That makes sense, man.
I mean, Swerve Strickland versus Bobby Lashley for a world title. Sign me up.
Sign me up, bro.
I'm in. That's going to be an amazing match. Yeah. Make it happen.
I'm in, bro. Before we got, the final thing I wanted to ask you about was John Cena versus AJ Styles and that match that happened. What did you, if you had a chance, I don't know if you had a chance to see it.
Yeah, I watched
just your opinion on it. I really enjoyed it. It was very much a fan match. In my opinion, the fans wanted to see it, and then they gave them exactly kind of what they wanted. Just doing all kinds of finishers out there for everybody to enjoy. But yeah, your opinion of that match, sir?
I thought it was really good. This is what the John Cena retirement tour should have been all along. Which again makes me even more dumbfounded by why did we do the Brock Lesnar thing? These are the types of matches John Cena should be having on his way out. Going up against guys that he's, hasn't really had much of a past with AJ Styles, but I think it was kind of a match for a long time when AJ Styles was in TNA and in New Japan, where like a dream match. Oh, what if AJ Styles was here to take on Cena? Who would win? So it was good to see it, and they put on a heck of a show. But again, I kind of wish, we had more of this during the Cena run. I just felt like we've wasted so much of his last year in the business for just crap.
Okay. But you like the match.
I love this match was good. Okay. Give me more of this.
All right.
Like I know there's only a few weeks left.
Yeah.
And we still don't know who his last match is going to be against.
We have no idea who his last match and last opponent are going to be.
I'm worried that it's going to be a huge disappointment.
Yeah. Do we have guesses?
Guesses on who Cena's last match?
I mean, not a month away.
Adam
but
Copeland is my guess.
No,
that won't
just
happen.
a guess. Yeah, you asked me if I had a
I'm
guess.
sorry.
That's a guess.
We did ask.
Oh man,
it's just a guess. I don't think it's gonna happen. That's just It was just the fact he left and went away from AEW.
Right, well, he's filming a movie.
I get it. I know, but it was just that aspect of it. Like, and it's in December. It's just time, to plan it out like that. And if it would happen for anybody, it would be for John Cena. For those two companies to actually agree on something.
Yeah, if I'm Tony Khan,
it's not happening.
And WWE said, "Hey, can we use Edge for this thing?" Yeah. I'd be like, "Stick it in your ass." You're gonna try and put me out of business, and now you want to use one of my guys? Nope.
Hold on. If they did come to that deal, what would have to be the trade? What would Tony Khan, if there was, and it's just, let's act like they're friends and friendly.
Sure.
If it was a trade where Copeland got to wrestle Cena at Emmy or whatever.
Yeah.
What would Tony Khan's trade appearance be?
Cody Rhodes has to come back to AEW and he loses to their worst wrestler. Because you're going to
Jack Perry defeats Cody Rhodes.
You're going to see if he goes back as Edge, he's losing that match. So you're going to take one of my top guys and have him lose. Well, I want one of your top guys and have him lose to one of my guys.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Cody Rhodes comes back and loses to that librarian guy that people, whatever his name is.
He just casually loses to Cassidy.
Yeah, he loses the Speedball Bailey in 9 seconds.
Oh man, what did you think about the match before we get out of here, sir?
I thought it was fine.
Okay.
I don't know. I really don't care anymore about the Cena thing.
I really don't have a guess for his last guy though.
I think I'm going to throw out Bron. I think if they're going to build him up,
okay.
What's the way that you send Cena out? It has to be putting somebody over.
Yeah.
And apparently that's Brock Lesnar. But I think maybe Braun should have been it.
Yeah. Still can be.
And if Braun just goes out and destroys him, I don't know. That could be kind of poetic. Cena destroyed everyone throughout his career, and just in 5 minutes, Cena's left broken in the middle of a canvas.
Yeah. I mean, I my biggest hope is that it's to further someone else. So I'm going to say Gunther. That would be good. But kind of get him back on the track that he needs to be back on.
Yeah, agreed.
My biggest fear is it's just don't do something stupid. Don't blow off the dust off the corpse of the Undertaker, or try and get Kurt Angle to come and have one more match. Don't go stupid. Don't have it. Don't have Triple H versus John Cena. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that.
Nope, you can't have it. It's not like you can do it. You can't do it.
Triple H I could be talked into, because what if Triple H gets hurt really, really badly?
That'd be terrible.
Well, and let's have him wrestle for 30 minutes and see if he does.
He can't do 30. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's what it would be a 3-minute.
I'm trying to get Triple H killed.
I see where you're at. I'm saying it could be done in less time. What you're saying, absolutely right.
Yeah, just don't give me a nostalgia act again. Give me something that furthers someone else's career. Just like I said, you got to build young stars. What a better way to build a young star than have him beat Cena on his last match?
John Cena's last match, Elimination Chamber. It's not just one opponent; it's 5.
Everybody
and the chamber itself.
Yes. Oh man. All right, we're going to get out of here on that one, man. We love doing this. We appreciate y'all watching and enjoying that we are doing this. More of this is to come. As soon as we know, we promise we will let you know. But go watch this, share this, like, and subscribe. That is the special advocate, Greg Boysen. Main man on the ones and twos, that is DJ Sean Anderson for CHGO White Sox. Also, Greg, please let them know where they can check your stuff out at, sir.
Absolutely. You can get to see me here for every home game, post-game show for the Blackhawks, or check out my writing over at Blackhawk Up and the Second Balcony podcast as well, for those of you who want to get all caught up on all things Blackhawks.
Awesome stuff. I'm Big Dave, CHGO Bulls. We will see y'all next time.
We all silly like the mayor.